big-bodied receivers getting inside, a play you usually make 99 of 100.
Cousins from his own end zone is going to be sacked for a safety. 2 points as Jair Alexander comes in from his corner spot.
B.C. Johnson has been pretty good for him.
Pass for Thielen is intercepted. It's Jair Alexander who had the safety a moment ago, and he comes up with the interception.
Now a member of the Lions with what is the biggest defensive play for Detroit so far on that sack.
And a pick and a 6. It's going to be a touchdown for Chandon Sullivan.
May have just gotten away with a false start on James. No flag. 3rd down and 16. And this one is up for grabs and picked off. Intercepted by Raven Green. And he's thrown down inside the 40.
Fires, and it's intercepted. The Packers with a takeaway. Adrian Amos inside the 30. That's just the 7th takeaway by this Green Bay defense this year.
Really good test. The last one they had like this was against Tampa Bay, and they struggled against that defense.
Here's one that's tipped and picked. Intercepted by Kirksey. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and it ends up in the arms of Kirksey.
Solid so far. 4 of 6 throwing. Deep drop here, looking downfield. Aggressive call, and a shot into double coverage is intercepted. They tried to stay aggressive, tried to go deep, and Darnell Savage there for the interception. Of course, the 3rd down team in the league. Now it's 3rd and 17. Another big rush from Gary. Trubisky lost the ball. It's scooped by Preston Smith, who takes it in for the Green Bay. Wind gust comes through, 3rd and 11. Pack bringing 5. Trubisky taking it deep into a lot of coverage. It is intercepted. Darnell Savage was touched. So down by contact back at the 47-yard line. But
diving interception. Savage, who had 2 on Sunday night.
pressure on Tannehill, but he hangs right in there and has it picked off at the 42-yard line by Darnell Savage. 2nd and 10. Tannehill flushed out. Gets it away. Picked off. Kirksey. Sunday.
Trubisky loads up and intercepted by Amos. Adrian Amos looking for blocks. Has a couple inside the 30 and the good protection. Pass is picked by Amos. Brady floats it. Pass is picked off the hands of Evans. Intercepted by Alexander.
That's been the story for them offensively.
3rd down and 2. Brady just throws it up under pressure. Evans, he is picked by Alexander again.
That's a career-long rush for Jared Goff at 26. 1st and 10. Throwing as he's hit, he's intercepted. Picked off.
Just put our hard hat on.
No, the Rams beat Tampa Bay. New Orleans took care of the Patriots. Garoppolo going deep on 1st down into double coverage and is picked off. Alexander, and he's back into 49er territory and is inside the 40 and tackled at about the 31-yard line. He leaves the Packers with only 1 timeout. He's used 2. 2nd and 10. And look out, Garoppolo loses the ball. It's a live football, and it's picked up. Kenny Clark created it, and Campbell picks it up.
James Washington's going to see more action. He's down low on the near side.
Let's see if they can protect the quarterback and let him throw under duress and get through it.
Oh, he lost the football. It's on the ground. Roethlisberger's in the area for the recovery, but a Packer is right there too, and it belongs to Green Bay. Kingsley Keke No timeouts for the Steelers. Picked off by Stokes.
Mixon in the backfield on first down. Fake toss to Mixon. Burrow rolling right. Under pressure. Fires downfield. And it is picked off by Adrian Amos. Kenny Clark with the pressure. Amos with the pick.
That one Burrow wants to have back.
Kickers are combined 0 for 3 down the stretch. And here we are in sudden death. 10 minutes. Tied at 22. Burrow. Oh my goodness! Intercepted by Devondre Campbell.
Kenny, who was he throwing to?
Fields sets his feet. Heaves one deep with nobody home. It's picked off. Darnell Savage, the interception.
Can't miss those chances.
They settle for 6, and on 2nd and 4, Heineke's first throw is up for grabs, and it's intercepted. Dean Lowry. Hoping his defense can get another stand here on 3rd and 8. It's Heineke to the end zone. Picked off. Chandon Sullivan.
Just trying to guard the first down line.
Murray, that's tipped and picked. Intercepted by Henry Black. High snap again. End zone and picked off. Intercepted by Rasul Douglas. And the Packers are going to win it. A.J. Green was the target, and he never looked for the ball.
Got to get inside the 3 for a first. 3rd down. Pressure from the edges. Pressure. Backs up away from it. Goes in zone, and it's intercepted in the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, he dropped it at the last moment. Kevin King. Gotta love it. Here's a 1st and 10. And going for it all is Wilson. End zone, interception. Amos comes away with it.
Stafford has it taken away. Flag on the play. And Preston Smith ends up with the ball. Stafford fires. He's picked. Intercepted by Rasul Douglas for the touchdown.
Fields. From the pocket to the outside. Look out. Picked off Rasul Douglas. And Douglas will take it all the way for a touchdown. Big underdogs. 2nd and 5. Fields, look out from behind. Gets hit. Flag is thrown. Ball is out for the moment. Preston Smith, whose name I haven't even mentioned tonight, is able to create the fumble, the turnover from the 27. Fields throws high and intercepted off the tip, and that'll wrap it up. Chandon Sullivan with the interception.
Touch him much. I think that was not a great call.
Mayfield keeps, launches down the middle, and he is picked. Intercepted by Darnell Savage. And an easy one with Donovan Peoples-Jones, the target. 3rd down and 19. Mayfield throws high and picked. Intercepted by Sullivan. And the second takeaway for this Packer defense. And that 17-yarder to Rashard Higgins, his best throw of the game. Mayfield throws, and he's picked for the 3rd time. Rasul Douglas. And that is 3 straight home games with an interception. They've converted on 7 of their last 9 third downs, and this one's picked. Intercepted. As Douglas has got his second of the game. The 11th penalty on Trent Williams this season. Garoppolo avoids a sack. And now throws to the end zone where he's picked. Intercepted by Amos.
Second down, Fields chased by Gary. He escapes the pocket, and you see his athletic ability, but he threw a pick. At the 39-yard line, Jair Alexander comes up with the INT.
Belichick, how much can you go shotgun? This kid can throw it from shotgun.
Oh, that's gonna.
He threw the ball down the field really well. A lot of screens, short stuff, but he also threw go routes really well. Just needing to settle in, and I don't think you'll see his arm.
Look out! The ball, is it out? He got just swallowed up by Gary.
We talked about earlier, the same thing that happened to Hoyer. You get a really wide rush off the side, and Isaiah Wynn can't get out there, and it looks like it's going to be Green Bay ball. Huge.
Empty set for Heineke on third down. 4-man rush. Heineke hit as he throws. It is ripped away by Devondre Campbell. And he's got plenty of green grass in front of him. Devondre Campbell, pick 6, Green Bay.
Not the start I think anybody anticipated for Taylor Heineke. He's always brought a lot of energy to the game.
Allen up and out of the pocket and throws on the right, throws an interception underneath. Rasul Douglas pitches it back to Jair Alexander. Alexander, Singletary knocks tackle him. Just trying to make a big play. Instead, Allen makes the first turnover of the game. Chiefs and Bills?
Yeah, that'd be all right with me.
Third down, Allen. He'll escape. Waits for somebody to uncover. And now throws. And that one looks like it's picked off. It is one more time. And Jair Alexander, he goes and gets one. And Alexander, who has been involved with the crowd, or the Bills throughout.
Lions go jumbo formation again, and that's Dan Skipper, the tackle in motion. And they're going to fake. Goff has time, unload. Oh, it's intercepted. Alexander's got it. Jair Alexander cutting back. He's got blocking. Alexander still going and inside the 25.
Some sort of protective tape or wrap on that thumb next time we see Rodgers.
Third and goal. Prescott stands in, delivers. It is intercepted in the end zone. Rudy Ford has a convoy. Rudy Ford with a huge play for Green Bay. Third and 10. Prescott over the middle, and it's intercepted again. It's Ford again. Near side, has a block. Rudy Ford inside the 30. Rudy Ford having a career first half.
21-25 for 282. Off play action, fires, intercepted at the 14. Rasul Douglas. And tackled up at the 34-yard line by Tannehill.
We're seeing Justin Fields just grow as a quarterback throwing the football.
Looking to throw again. Comeback route, it is picked off potentially by Jair Alexander, and sure enough it is. Zip in the fourth quarter. Fields launches it. He's intercepted. That'll put it away. It's Keyshawn Nixon to put it on ice.
We played a little bit more too high safety. Worked out well. Uh-oh. No, don't lateral. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, lateral it again.
Get it back to the Rams.
Yeah, try to.
Get it back to the Rams. Throw it. Throw it to Baker.
3rd and long. 4-man rush. Fields stands in, delivers, intercepted. Quay Walker's got it. Looking for blocks. Walker still on his feet. Walker still going, looking for the end zone. Quay Walker is in. Touchdown.
From the 36-yard line on first down, Ritter hit as he got rid of the football, and it is picked off. Intercepted by Rasul Douglas.
Third and long out of a tight formation. Packers rush 5. Goff steps up, throws picked off at the 43-yard line by Rudy Ford. And Ford takes it deep into Lions territory.
Garoppolo keeps, is looking for Hooper. Now goes deeper downfield. Picked off by Rudy Ford.
Third down and 8. Ball taken down. Ball comes loose. Packers have it.
Rolling on the field is a fumble. Recovered by the defense. First down.
Are the LA Rams. So that's going to be a big battle here this afternoon. Can this defense get off the field?
Oh, fumble on the snap. It's picked up by Rippon. He had it knocked away, and it's scooped up by the Packers. Devondre Campbell's got it. It was knocked free by Jonathan Owens.
And the defense has come on the field and put some stops down.
Rippon. And it's tipped by Alexander into the hands of the rookie Johnson for his first NFL pick. Alexander, the assist.
He's at or near the top of their list. Blitz coming. Goff can't find anyone. Steps away. Hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Packers brought the heat that time, and maybe not. Ball's going to be returned just in case by Jonathan Owens. Ruling on the field, it's a fumble, and it's a touchdown.
Recovered by the defense.
Four-man rush. Goff has dropped. Sack, ball is out. Packers will take over. Rashawn Gary has his third sack of the day.
But there was the pull in the arm, so that's either side of the coin. It works out for the Chiefs. But Mahomes throws a pick to Keyshawn Nixon on the next play.
As much. He said my footwork was not good Monday night against the Giants, something he continues to work on. Mayfield in the pocket, long time, lost the football. Packers say they have it, and they do.
This is a tough matchup with these Viking receivers for that group.
2nd and 7. Darren Hall throws off the hands, and it's picked off. In and out of the hands of the tight end, Johnny Munt, and one of those corners, Corey Ballantyne, comes up with the interception.
Jefferson just make incredible plays, just throwing it up to him down the field.
Beat pressure, Preston Smith got knocked it out. Ball is free, and the Packers have it. It's Carl Brooks at the bottom of the pile. Preston Smith came around the edge and made the play.
Through the first quarter, mission accomplished. 3rd and 5, four-man rush. Prescott fires for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Jair Alexander, he's got it, up on his feet, racing to the end zone, and it's in. Touchdown, Green Bay. Only has 1 catch on 4 targets. 2nd and 2 here, though. Here's Prescott over the middle. It's going to be picked off, and no one in front of him. Darnell Savage. Touchdown.
Look like they've got better footing.
Oh, we got a little bit of a Hoosiers type feel. 3rd and 15. Hurts from the end zone. Intercepted. Taken away by Xavier McKinney. The big offseason acquisition inside the 20. 3rd and 13. Just get it off. Hurts flushed. Hurts directing traffic, looking end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Jair Alexander looking to take it out. Developing. Alexander tracked down by Smith. He didn't have a single interception in the regular season last year.
They can layer in RPO game like we just saw, and they have a dominant offensive line in the run game. That's a good combination.
Richardson floating, too tall and picked off. Xavier McKinney, 2 games with the Packers and 2 interceptions. Second and 10. Richardson throws an interception. Picked off by Eric Wilson, who's made several plays today. They got Pierce and Pittman and Granson lined up to the top. One last prayer. Richardson will go as far as his arm can take him. It is tipped up there and intercepted. Intercepted by Evan Williams to finish this game.
The game is over.
Rough start the first couple of weeks for Levis as he goes to the air. It's intercepted. Jair Alexander high stepping for 6.
And we have that.
Second and 10 at the 31. Levis pressure and he's blasted. Ball is out. Still loose on the turf. Packers have it.
Down the field with that huge arm.
3rd and 17. Levis throwing deep. And it is intercepted. Xavier McKinney. 3 interceptions in 3 games. The 3rd player in Green Bay history.
To his Packers fans. He's had runs of 16 and 9 on this drive. 2nd down, 1. Darnold. Again deep and picked off. Intercepted. For a 4th time in 4 games, McKinney does it again. Oh, they bring the blitz with Nixon. That's a loud ball. Scooped up on the play, taken by Green Bay. Cooper got it.
Let's see what they can do. Empty backfield. Need to get to the 38 and a half. Down the field, intercepted. And a 5th straight game. McKinney has an interception again. Tackled down at the 46. Picked up in the offseason. Free agent signee by way of the New York Giants.
That is something they're going to have to work on with the interceptions. Have to slow that down, especially against good opposition.
And now Lawrence is picked off. On 2nd down and 13, it's McKinney. His league-leading 6th interception of the season.
Xavier Williams is off the edge. Looks like he's going to be blitzing. Nope, he backs out.
Throw down in 6. Lost under pressure. Lost the football. And the Packers have recovered.
Oh my goodness, the Packers block it, and they're going to win! Green Bay survives! High throw is picked off! It's McKinney again! Xavier McKinney blocks. Down the sideline he goes. Finally knocked out of bounds inside the 25.
Again, you got Allen in there who's been a backup to Purdy for a couple seasons, and now he's forced into a 4th quarter game where it's basically a pass-a-thon.
He slips again. Allen hit. Ball is loose. And is picked up by Green Bay. Lucas Van Ness got the sack. Packers get it back.
Second and 14. Fires, it's intercepted. Nixon with the pick. And down the sideline he goes. Keyshawn Nixon.
Completely different. And now 3rd down, big time play here for Gino.
High snap, he's got it. Pressure's coming, gets rid of it to the back of the end zone. That time it is intercepted by Valentine. And he is keeping this going. Valentine brought down to the 14-yard line by Smith and Jigba. That whole play looked a little bit off. Snap, guys getting out of their stance, and it turns into yet another red zone interception thrown by Geno Smith. Now throws in the middle, it's intercepted. That time it's caught by Cooper. Andrew Cooper inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. So Cooper had his hands on one earlier, secures his first NFL INT.
Play action, Rattlers in trouble, ball's out. Keyshawn Nixon had the pressure and forced the fumble.
That's the best play they've had tonight.
20 yards on 3rd and 17. He keeps. He fires to Morrow, and he's picked. Intercepted by Zane Anderson, making his first NFL start. And for as good as the previous pass was, this one is on the other side.
Second down, 4-man rush. Darnold gets decked this time. Throws, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carrington Valentine. Room to run. Valentine cuts back. He lost the ball. Green Bay saves it somehow. It was Brooks that got on it.
And the Bears keep the drive alive from the Packer 40-yard line. It's Moore, flips to Allen. He wants to throw. Keenan Allen to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. His 8th pick of the year, and then he drops the football, and it's covered up by Green Bay.
Pass intercepted. Jumping in front of St. Brown. There was pressure from Parsons, and Evan Williams has the theft.
He will snap it and roll to the left. Flacco going deep, looking for Judy, and it's intercepted. Xavier McKinney with his first pick of the season. Down at the 9.
Cardinals gain 21 yards on the penalty. New set of downs. As Brissett has the ball knocked loose. Fumble. That's recovered by the Packers.
And they'll still play with 5 bigs on the line, and then he becomes the extra rusher.
He's coming in on the rush here. Young throws it quick. End zone shot. Picked off. McKinney kept the feet in bounds. Winston fires. End zone off target. Picked off. It's Evan Williams with the interception. Back to the Packers defense. They're playing intermediate right now. Here's Winston. Loading up. Gotta hurry. Hit from behind. Ball is out. And this game is over. And Micah Parsons finally gets home. And he is now 9-0 in his career against the New York Giants.
Joins Reggie White as the only guys in NFL history, double-digit sacks, 5 straight seasons to start his career. Rashawn Gary gets there this time and forces an interception. Gary got his hand on it, and Isaiah McDuffie picked it off. McCarthy down the seam and too tall and picked off. Second interception for the Packers the last 2 drives. Evan Williams, second week in a row, he's got one.
On the fake. Williams looking, throwing, it is intercepted! Keyshawn Nixon and the Packers will win it! On 4th and 6, Williams fires, and that's going to be picked at the 12-yard line. Carrington Valentine comes away with it. So the Bears stymied on 4th down, and Green Bay will get the ball early in the second quarter, and the Packers lead by 4. Can they get that yard? They're going to throw it. He's under pressure. He throws it. It's going to be intercepted at the 2-yard line by Tyron Hopper.